Oh, my compost and mulch has arrived, but we've got a problem here. The carport, the height is it's just slightly too low for allowing the van to back in. So we're going to try going through the main gates here. We've got two driveways in effect. So yeah, there's a fair bit of material. Oh, this is going to keep me busy. I said to him, you can dump it on the bloody grass because I don't really care about the grass. But again, this is a bit tight, so he's going to have to, I'll have to help him out backing in here. Because I should be okay. I think you'll be okay. That looks fine. Yep, that's looking good. It looks good to me, but I'm a blind man. I think he'll be fine. Yep, yep, no problem. You got plenty of room. Oh, that's a big pile of mulch. I don't like. I'm gonna be busy transporting this today. I said you can put all. There's two other piles this size that are going to be dumped, and we're going to put them on the entrance to the. I mean, I don't use it anyway. I don't have a car, so what's the difference? I'm just going to work out what the hell this is. So what's this material here?
So this here, this is garden mix.
Oh, this is the garden, the good stuff, right?
Yeah. And then on this side you got your veggie mix.
Oh, you did them at. Oh, okay,
yeah.
Right. Okay, so that's 2 cubic meters, obviously there.
Yeah, 1 cubic.
And that's one. Is that? And that's 2 there
that's
as well.
2 there. There's one there.
Got it. Okay, I think I've got a handle. Ah, now the fun begins.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, well thanks for your help. Well, it's Friday. It's quite a good day to actually do what I'm going to resume doing, and that's transferring all this soil from outside to the rear of the property. It's quite a big job, but it's actually a cool day. It's only top about 23 today. Got a lot more mulch than I do of the actual soil. I've got 2 types of soil over there. I've got a garden soil and the one that's on the other side, I think, is the vegetable soil, which is the more expensive one with more nutrients in it. So I'm basically not taking it down through this direction because I've got to actually open and shut the electric gate, louver door, roller door. It keeps shutting automatically. This way I can just sort of just go manually right down and take all of the soil down to through the side of the house here in the wheelbarrow and deposit it in this particular garden bed here. The only problem with this garden bed is there's a lot of foliage above it, so I don't know how much light is actually plants will actually get when they're down there. I've actually deposited 8 different bucket loads, wheelbarrow loads of soil. The second lot I haven't actually smoothed out much. The whole idea is to provide a cover right across there with the soil, and then I'll be putting some mulch on top of it all, and then planting some vegetables and the like that are basically can involve, don't mind having a bit of shade. Because this is already set up as a garden bed, I'm just going to revitalise it that way. And there's the wheelbarrow I got a lend of from a neighbour. Actually, it's the person looking after the neighbour's place. It's a couple from New Zealand, and they're just here for a few weeks. And while the actual owners of the property just over there are going on a camper van or something around Australia. So it was very nice of them to allow me to use this, because it's vital that I have some way of actually transporting this earth down to the rear of the property here. So, like I say, it's been overcast all day. It's a perfect cool day to do this. So I probably transported, so I did about 8 different loads there. I reckon I probably transported about maybe 4 loads to the other side there, and I'll just keep resuming, and we'll get through it if I just continually keep working at it. I had a friend come over, Lynn, she was a bit concerned I was overdoing it, but I'm not really. I've had a huge break. I did the initial stuff in the morning, and I'm resuming at early afternoon around 2 o'clock, so I think I've had plenty of rest, and you know, I got a bit of an endorphin rush by doing it actually, so it's quite good exercise as long as you don't go crazy. I can feel a bit of a strain on the gut area, maybe you've got a bit of a hernia, so I've just got to be careful. I'm a 66-year-old, I'm not a young guy. She said I should think about possibly just employing some labourers on an hourly basis, like even school kids who'd just be grateful for a bit of cash. But look, I'd rather just persevere myself at the moment and see how we go. If it becomes too difficult, yep, that's a good option. But right now, I'd like to do it myself and see how much I can put up with. It's not too bad, you get used to it. So here we go. I'll resume scooping stuff into the wheelbarrow and transporting it down to this section of the garden at this stage. See how we go. Oh, just scooped up 8 loads of the garden soil and distributed it to the garden bed over here, and I'm absolutely buggered. It's hard work, even on a nice day like today. I couldn't imagine what it'd be like in the height of summer in Cairns, but I guess you'll get your labourers who'll do that sort of stuff. It seems to have covered the whole surface, but it's not particularly deep. I'm thinking about getting the premium mix, which is the vegetable mix. I'll put that on top of this, so I'll make this a foundation for the 3 layers. It'll be this, the normal garden variety, where there's a lot of charcoal in this, I guess good drainage, and also provides nutrients. And then the garden mix, which is a bit more expensive, and I'll layer that on top so there's plenty of nutrients for any vegetables I happen to plant here. And then mulch on top of that, and I've got a stack of mulch, as you probably saw in the front yard. I haven't actually gotten into the mulch much. What I'm thinking of maybe doing is 4 more barrel loads of the premium stuff, and then I'll put the mulch over, but we'll see. I couldn't imagine, I can't do another 8, it's too much. So I guess I've got about 16 of those barrel loads in the wheelbarrow loads in there at the moment. It's quite a large area for cultivation, so I may need to actually put something in between there too, because apparently you do disturb the plants if you walk on them. So maybe there's I should put a plank or something right in the centre here, so I've got access to both sides. I'm not sure how much nutrients the trees are going to take, but if I get rid of that rubber tree, it's going to provide more light and also won't seep as much nutrient out. And I'm guessing if I get that stuff done, then I'll mulch it, and I'll have extra mulch as well. I mean, I've got a log down the back here anyway. There's a dead tree over there in the corner, so which my neighbour pointed out to me. Yeah, that one there, apparently that's dead. So get rid of that, reasonable size again. You know, I'm loath to take out trees, but unfortunately the ones there, you can see the big ones at the front, they're just too close to the house. Ones here are okay, similar dimensions, but that's further back. And apparently the rubber tree just has wandering roots that are going to basically stuff up neighbours' places as well as mine, so I certainly don't need a dispute with the neighbours. Try to do the right thing and keep soldiering on. But as I say, it's a perfect day for doing this work. I might have a drink and then resume after that, have a bit of a break. Oh, I just was getting some of the premium topsoil loaded up. I got 2 wheelbarrows done after my initial push with the 8 loads of the garden mix, and I was buggered, and it was fortuitous. I got a phone call from a friend, so I actually had an excuse to stop doing it. So I need to, I'm fading, I'm getting near the end of what I want to do today. You can see the actual garden mix is the brownish stuff, and that darker one is the is the vegetable mix, the premium vegetable mix. Well, I hope I got it the right way around. That appears to be the case. The darker colour one is actually more expensive, and I've got 1 cubic metre of that and 1 cubic metre of this stuff. So yeah, I'll get this out. I'll get another 2 bucket wheelbarrow loads here and put it in there, and then maybe put some mulch over the top. I may just put it in the front bit, spread it out amongst the front, not the rear, and then maybe put some more of the premium stuff on the back at some stage. I'm not sure. I think I'll be planting mainly on the front here anyway for the time being. Oh, by the way, I got this phone. I got a phone call from one of the guys who quoted me last Friday. He quoted me on getting the landscaping done, including the removal of 3 trees. And that was $9,500, and of course he rang me back as a follow-up today. Of course, it's the one phone call I didn't want to get because I think he's pretty pricey. I doubt whether there's any chance I'd go with him, but anyway, I'm not surprised he's calling back because I think he's pretty pricey, and he may need to do that because he might find that he's higher than other people. I'm only guessing because it's only my first quote, so I can't really. It seems high to me anyway, but although he did include drainage work and a flower bed, a garden bed down that side, so it's a fair bit of work. Still, it seems a lot of money. But anyway, the other call I got was that I've actually had a couple more of the scam calls, and the last one was to do with my ISP, and the first thing I noticed that came up on the screen was it had the country code. So I'm assuming that means it's actually from overseas, the call. And it was saying some BS about how my ISP was going to cut me off and blah, blah, blah. Go through this menu system. The same BS you always get with these fraud calls. It's just a variation on the other script. And I had another one as well. I've had a couple of them. They're becoming more and more prevalent. Now, what was the other one claiming? I can't remember who it was, but again, it was just the same garbage. Always robocalls, always recorded messages, and always come up with a menu choice. And if you do that, they might be able to trace you or something. I'm not sure, but the best thing to do when you get those sorts of calls is just to hang up, which is exactly what I'm doing. So if I've got any suspicion whatsoever, that's what I do, and I think it's the prudent way to approach things. So anyway, yeah, seedling wise, I'm getting those ones seem to be doing rather well. They're the spinach, and they seem to be they're actually are seeds that are current in their use by date. So that maybe says something. The green peppers, capsicums aren't really setting the world on fire. These flowers over here aren't doing much, but I did plant them later. But the capsicums, and before I planted the actual spinach, but the spinach seems to be going gangbusters. So yeah, I guess you've got to have good seeds because it's all the same potting mix. It's a premium Osmocote potting mix, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. And I'm keeping them all watered, so it appears as if the spinach is the star performer at the moment. So that's good because I eat a lot of spinach, so that actually suits me quite well. I'd also like to get some of the capsicum, but in quantity I definitely go for spinach more than anything else, so that is actually a good sign for me. So anyway, well, I think I've got my second breath. I'll get a couple more barrow loads of that premium mix, and then the mulch is a lot easier to handle. It's a lot lighter, so filling up the wheelbarrow of mulch is quite an easy task in comparison to what I've been loading. So we'll see how we go. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.